Hey guys, it is me, Lee, coming at you with another video. Oh my god, have you guys seen 21 Jump Street? Was it 21 or 22? I think it was like 22 Jump Street, where I don't know the character's name, but he went to the poetry slam. That is the funniest scene ever. I only recently saw that movie, and when I tell you I busted out laughing. I wish I knew what the words he said, but he was like poetry, like slam poetry. That it was so hilarious. And it's hilarious because at one point in my life I wanted to be a slam poet. That's why it's funny to me. Excuse me, sorry about that. Sorry about that tangent in the very beginning of the video. But again, this is Lee with 30 videos in 30 days for the Come Up Entrepreneur, a series presented by MicrowaveMoney.com. In order to introduce me, my name is Lee, to you, the potential student of the course, Write Plan Quick Launch, which is a beginner's guide to expert copywriting. And yeah, it's a pretty dope course. It is a well-structured course that presents copywriting as something that every entrepreneur should know how to do for themselves. It's for themselves. It's not this course is not going to teach you how to copyright for others. For most people. Most people are not going to be able to take what's in the course and copyright for others, because copywriting for others requires that you get to know them and their voice. This course is going to teach you how to copyright for yourself, because you should be pretty familiar with yourself and your voice and what you want to convey to your audience. And if you don't know exactly who you are and what you want to convey to your audience, this course does do a cursory conversation about those aspects of copywriting for business. But that is not what this video is about. I don't know. I'm feeling kind of silly, but whatever. I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much for your time. Your time is valuable. It is a non-renewable resource. Therefore, you will not be able to get the last 3 minutes of your life back. And because, look at that bar. Oh, this should be like a blooper reel or something. But you're not going to be able to get that time back. And I am very grateful that you decided to give some of your time to me. If you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, give it a thumbs down. But tell me why you don't like it and how I can improve. Feel free to subscribe to the channel and definitely share the video if you know someone who could benefit from the content. If you think I'm cute, share it with somebody you think is cute who might think that I'm cute. I'm just kidding. This is not that kind of party. I do have a sense of humor, so please don't try to hook me up with your creepy friends or anything like that. That was definitely a joke. But listen, today I want to talk about focusing. Focus on your focus, right? So in the process of starting your own business, you know, if you're new to this, if you've never done it before, if you've never done affiliate marketing, if you've never done outside sales, if you've never had a retail position, then you kind of really don't know much about the process of business, like the structure of business. People who work in office jobs and office settings that don't kind of lend themselves to excitement, for some reason they have a more difficult time with creating a business for themselves, because number one, in those kind of settings, you don't get to necessarily express creativity because the tasks that you have to complete are very monotonous. You have a really, really rigid routine for the most part. That's what it is. So when you come from an environment where your every minute is kind of regulated by somebody else's desire for you, it's very difficult to take control of your time and say, this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to do it. This is why I'm going to do it. And this is what I want to accomplish. And in order to be successful in business, you really have to have that kind of attitude, that mindset, and that process to actually achieve anything. So when you're first starting out, and if you don't have much information, or if you have no information about how businesses actually function, how they actually work, what you have to deal with when you are your own business or are starting your own business, then it's very easy to get way distracted by a lot of different things that you do ultimately need in your business, but you don't need it all at one time, right? So I really don't know I don't know who you are. I mean, I might be open to getting to know you if you leave a comment and let me know who you are, what you're doing, all that good stuff, and we can kind of go from there. Yeah, I don't know who you are. I don't know where you are, but depending on where you are, who you are, and where you are in your business, you need to focus on different things. If you're at the very beginning stages of developing your business, you need to focus on developing an identity for your business, a persona for your business, a personality that people can be attracted to and react to for your business. If you are your business, you definitely want to work on being more personable, being more likable to the people who would pour into your business or exchange value for value, meaning give you money for some kind of information that you may have for them, or give you attention for some kind of information you may have for them. You need to focus on finding a voice that will connect with them if you are, in fact, the face, the voice, the all of your business. If you are in the process of you already know who you are, you know what you want to do, you kind of have an idea of who your ideal customer is, but you don't know where to get customers from, you might want to focus on learning more about networking and marketing. Not necessarily network marketing, but networking as a function of business and marketing as a function of business. Now, some people are really good at multitasking. If you are good at multitasking, then disregard everything I'm saying. This video is not for you, and that's okay. No love is lost. I don't know why my phone is on. I don't normally have my phone, the ringer, on. That really disturbed me. Anyway, I hate to be interrupted by the ringing of my phone, meaning the sounds. I don't mind being contacted, but it's so intrusive. It's so invasive. I don't like it. Anyways, that was a really bad distraction. But listen, that's life. Sometimes things come at you fast and you just gotta go with the flow. But back to the focus. You might be in a position where you need to focus on either networking and marketing, or both networking and marketing at the same time. Some people say that they're good multitaskers, and you know you better than I know you. So if you think you're a good multitasker, then good for you. Congratulations. But most people cannot afford to divide their attention on too many important things at the same time. You can multitask when one thing is a huge priority and the other things are kind of like tertiary things that don't really make a great impact on the quality of your life. But you can't focus on 5 life-altering things at the same time and be successful or get the most value out of those things. You can't get the most value out of your experience learning those things, and you can't get the most value out of implementing those things. If I'm lying, if this is not your story, then send me some links. Show me how you do it. Show me how you focus on creating your persona, developing the persona, the brand of your business, whatever. Show me how you focused on networking at the exact same time. Show me how you worked on marketing at the same time. Show me how you've developed the you individually, not outsourcing tasks, because I know that that's possible. But I'm talking to the people who are pretty much doing it alone or with the help of maybe 1 or 2 other people if they're lucky. You cannot afford to divide your attention on all of those different things at the exact same time. That's where organization comes into play. Let's say that you know that you're and this is really is what is going to knock somebody in the gut right now. If you need to start your business tomorrow and start making money, then stop the video now and don't listen to another word I have to say, because nothing that I tell you is going to make that possible. It is literally impossible to decide that you're going to start a business today and tomorrow make it a successful business. It's just not possible. It's so much involved in a successful business that anybody who tells you that they can help you create a successful business in a very small period of time, I got a iced over lake in the Caribbean I want to sell you. It's a fantasy, and that's fine. I believe that people should have fantasies, and you know, it's just not real. And I don't mean to be rude or trite or terse with that statement, but you got to be real with yourself. If you've waited to the very last minute and you need something life altering right now, then all you can do is start right now. You're not going to get the results that you want immediately, but the least you can do for yourself is at least start right now. With that being said, you should develop a calendar. I kind of talked about it, but I haven't given it a term in the videos yet. But people talk about having an editorial calendar, and that's just like a calendar that guides the content that you create for your business. And I do talk about editorial calendars in the Right Plan Quick Launch course. But if you're in a place in your business where you are starting and you don't know how to start, you don't know where to start, or you've started and you feel confused and you are all over the place, you need to sit down and have a serious conversation with yourself. What do you know? That's really where you want to start. Now, one of my philosophies is your strengths won't protect you. I don't care how strong your strongest strength is. It's not going to prevent you from being vulnerable to your weaknesses. So you do have to address your weaknesses, which is what I'm about to get into. But start with your strengths. What are you good at? What have you done? How did you do it? How did you get from a place of being low to a place of rising to achieve a goal that you set for yourself? Remember that. Try to recall in your mind the steps that you had to take, the different emotions and processes you had to go to actually get to the place of accomplishment, and keep that in mind as you go through the next step. Have this conversation with yourself. Take inventory. What do you know? What are you really good at? That's where you start. So once you know what you know really well, and you organize your ideas and your thoughts around your strengths, then you should create a calendar of things that you want to learn more about. And don't be ambitious. I feel like I'm like a really horrible teacher, but be ambitious. But what I'm saying is, don't be ambitious. Don't think that you can learn everything in a day. Everything you need to know about networking, you're not going to find out in a day. You might need to learn what you can about networking in 1 week and practice what you learned in your research for the next 3 to 4 weeks. And then go back and take inventory of what you've learned from week 1 to week 5 based on your research and your real life experiences. That's how learning works. You get information and then you apply the information. So networking might be the first thing that you want to focus on, even though networking is a lifelong course. You learn how to network with every new person you meet, because you do kind of encounter similar people, but you don't encounter the same person repeatedly. Everybody is different. And I think that's kind of what I love about humanity. Everyone is pretty unique for the most part, I guess. So networking might be the first thing. Then marketing might be the next thing. But listen, I'm telling you all this when in real life, your copy is what you really need to focus on. If you're starting a business today, you want to start a business tomorrow, you're trying to develop information, get to the right information, you need to start writing that down. Write it down. Like the things that you write, because this is the thing. If you write something down and you write it down in a place that you know you'll revisit, right? You can go back to that information, whether you immediately jump on developing that information or whether you come back to it a month from now, 2 months from now, 3 months from now. You know what you were thinking at a particular place in time and you can build on it. Your copy is your priority in business. You cannot name one single business on the face of this planet that does not operate on copy. And by copy, I mean the exchange of words. I'm talking about words that have been thought out and developed and presented in a way to convince people to take a certain action. I'm talking about from businesses, the Fortune 500 companies, to the people who are panhandling on the side of the road trying to sell water in the middle of the summer. Cold water is hot. Cold water is copy. It's cold water in the heat of the summer. That is compelling copy. Cold water, right? There, it might not seem like a lot of thought goes into that, and it's not really very complicated, but that's copy. Their entire business is built around the copy that connects with someone's pain point. It's hot as hell outside. I need some cold water. That person got cold water. Here's $2. I know I can go to the grocery store and get a bottle of water for $1. But guess what? I'm right here. The grocery store is out my way. Let me roll down my window. Let me roll down my window and give these people $2. That's what it is. Every single business on the planet, whether it's in China or the United States or Peru or South Africa or Australia or England or the North Pole or wherever, every successful business revolves around well thought out copy. So that's where you need to start. And I'm not saying you need to spend the rest of, and I'm definitely not saying you need to spend the rest of your life developing your copy, because you get better by doing and you get better by feedback. So when you're writing things down, don't just write it down for your own personal benefit. Yes, write it down for your own personal benefit, but share it, publish it. Let people know that you published it and let them critique it, because it can only get better. You can only get better. And I mean that in the most sincere way, because I know that some people do regress based on unfortunate decisions or circumstances in life, but it can really only get better if you apply yourself and you create, a plan to actually achieve your goals. So again, focus on your focus. Figure out what you need to learn. Figure out what you need to learn next. Focus on what you need to learn next. Apply what you've learned and then move on to the next thing. Don't just keep opening cans of worms. Don't keep opening bottles of Coca-Cola, I mean. Don't keep opening bottles of product, soda, pop if you're from the Midwest, and not drinking it or consuming it to fulfillment. Focus on what you're doing. That's essentially it. So it's that time in the video where I extend to you another invitation to peruse the description box and figure out if there's something in there that you would like to know more about. I suggest the Right Plan Quick Launch course, because that is pretty much what these videos are for. In the description box, you'll find a link to more information about the course that will let you know what the generous discount is right now, because on April 1st, 2015, the course will go to its permanent affordable price, and you can find out all that information by visiting that link. Also, as always, I want to invite you to thumbs up, thumbs down, share, or subscribe to the video based on what you're feeling today. I thank you so much for your time. I hope you have enjoyed the content of the video, and I will definitely see you in tomorrow's video. Your time means the world to me. Peace.